Welcome to Centauri Certified. Today we're talking about Batman Call to Arms statue by DC Collectibles. He's on a horse. Stick around. Okay, guys, here we go. This is the first edition. It's Batman A Call to Arms statue. It's basically Batman on a horse. It's from Dark Knight Returns. It's that moment where he takes out the mutant leader. And he's fighting him in that gutter, you know. It's not a mud hole, boy. It's just, what is the operating table? And I'm the surgeon. And then he breaks his arms and legs and overtakes him and impresses everybody. Calls all the mutants, which is some weird futuristic story. I'm sure you're aware of it, but calls all the mutants down to this sewer system and embarrasses the hell out of the mutant leader. And once that happens, he gets everyone together, and you know they're all willing to follow Batman after that and take over the city and vanquish crime. And at one point they're like, you know, they pull out all these guns and he breaks the gun over his knee and he says, no, this is the weapon of our enemy. We're going to do things quietly and we're going to do it my way. And eventually he gets on a pony and he rides down the street like some kind of John Wayne figure. I think Frank Miller has like some kind of hard-on for westerns and just, you know, Judge Dredd type of heroes. Clint Eastwood, Dirty Harry. I think it's pretty nifty. He's pretty good weight to him. And the cape, you know how I like the capes. This is definitely a Frank Miller cape with the jagged lines and like a demon type thing. And nice hair back here. I just wanted to show this again is also because DC Collectibles recently came out with a nice Wonder Woman statue on a pony. So I'm a fan of ponies, apparently. So this is good. A lot of mud, a lot of muck. Some dirt on, I'll get some close-ups later on. But he's arched up. He's going through Gotham City on this horsey. I don't know where he got the horsey or the pony, but he's got it. So it's very solid. It's one thick piece. But later on, they had a second edition where you can actually see the seam here, where this whole part of the cowl popped off, and I think you had probably had a magnet you put it on there later. And plus, like all second editions, it's all blacked out. So instead of the blue you're seeing here, with all the mud down here, which I actually like that feature. So you get the blue, and then it goes down all this dirt and muck. In the second edition, it's all black. It does look really good, and I'll put a picture to show you. Anyway, I just want to show this because I think this is an exceptional, awesome piece. And like I said, it was one of the big ones that I got a few years ago. And this is like a mixed media, like a cheap thing. And over time, it almost feels like it's brittle. But it's hanging on there. And some of the paint is questionable, but I really like the sculpt itself. I think it really looks like old Frank Miller. So, really quick sip. The Weekend Watchman Heat Activated mug. It's not coffee. Okay, so here he is. Here's Batman Call to Arms, Dark Knight Returns on a pony, and he's looking pretty snazzy. Got some pretty good detail on that fur on the horse, the horse hair. The man's looking pretty, you know, flamboyant and majestic, ready for vengeance. Even the horse is into it. Look at his face. Look at him. He's like, let's do this, man. Let's do this. Parading around, you know, Gotham Central Park, delivering yuppies and crap. I'm ready to take some. I don't know how he feels about yuppies, but I'm sure he didn't like his part-time job. I'm ready. His full-time job as a horse now is vengeance pony. So here we go. It's pretty good musculature in the horsey chest, and those paws are dirty. I know they're not paws. Pretty cool. And again, that's the mixed media, like a fake leather rein there. And love that cape, by the way. It's super awesome. Batman almost looks clumsy on top of this thing, but I guess he knows what he's doing. The part of the rain in there by his hand there is actually polystone. Not polystone, sorry. I think these are cold cast porcelain, whatever. So this is the first edition, and like I said earlier, like all of these are basically, they start with the blue. Look at that mud down there, that's pretty sweet. They usually start with the blue and they'll put out a second edition that's all black. I'm hoping they do that with like the Hush Kiss one with Batman and Catwoman making out on a rooftop. Because I sold that, but now I kind of want it back. So hopefully they'll do like a black version. Let me push them back a little bit so you can see. You see that the the legs of the horse are covered in mud, and so is the hair of his tail. He's jumping up. It's got a wet look to it. Pretty cool. And there's the horse's ass. So there you go. He works out. Of course, if you're carrying a 200-pound, 50-year-old man, I mean, nonstop into street fighting, you're gonna get some, some ripped butts. And there's the saddle. It's kind of lacking in the saddle, really. They could have probably done a little bit better job. I mean, the sculpt's not even that great, actually. That saddle's a little disappointing. But, and there's the hoofs there. Probably could have had some more detail. Get a little closer. There you go. The hooves. You see what I'm saying about the saddle? It's not the best. There's the horsey face. Alright, so there's Batman's face there. Got some paint, like some black wash, I guess. The suit looks good. It's all ripped. He's struggling. Oops. Hold on. There we go. There you go. He's got some paint wash. He's got you classic looking Dark Knight Returns. I think they did a pretty good job with the way he's bulky, and the costume looks like it's straight out of the comic books. Nice wash in the boots there. Some crinkles, some paint in there, some black. He's got some mud on the boots. His boots are a little muddy from avenging people. And you can see that seam I'm talking about from the cowl, the cape, to the body. I think that's where they separated it for the second edition, so I think you can still pick that up at just online somewhere. Which I'm sure they did that for shipping purposes, because I'm sure a lot of these broke. That's just one piece, but that cape's awesome. Let me back up just a little. Look at that. The mud speckles on there. Pretty killer. That's a really big piece. It's a really big piece. I think it's maybe 12... I don't know. I'm not even sure what scale he's supposed to be in. Maybe like 15 inches tall, something like that. So... I think they've improved a lot. Like the Wonder Woman statue that I've seen videos over, it looks awesome. I'm tempted to get it, but I'm trying to stay away from movie-based statues and just do completely comic. That boot's looking pretty cool there. It really does just look like exactly like Frank Miller's Batman. And I think the teeth are weak. Let me see, hold on. Yeah, they kind of don't come out, but there's some gums in there. He's got some weird stubble. It really just looks like he's like, he's been dumpster diving, really. But you're never really going to get that close up to the damn thing. So, it's a little shaky, sorry, but, yeah. Sorry with the shakiness. I mean, I think the overall, again, just like I've done, like when I've talked about the other DC dios, I think this is pretty well done, and it's really a movement. I think the cape really sells it for me, and the horse sells it for me. Batman himself you got to be a fan of, I guess, Dark Knight and Frank Miller, but I think it definitely looks like it. I just like the way the cape is. It's like broken glass. Looks like damaged property. The weird thing with this cape, the way it draws on those straight lines, it's like architecture. Okay, so that was a look at the Batman Call to Arms statue by DC Collectibles, and here is another. Let me move inside a little bit. Here is a very freaking old piece. I'm not going to see it, but I'm not going to get into detail with this. This is from 1996. This is a statue from, I think his name is William Paquette, I think. This is a very old piece that I got as well. I had to put them on, his finger was broke off, she was broke off, I had to touch up paint it. I didn't paint the whole thing, this is just how crappy the paint was back then. But I really dig it. It's a pretty good size, and I always have these two come together in the same area of the shelves. I think it's really cool. It's bulky, it's thick, it's one big fat piece. The paint is horrible on it, but it's cool. And it's like weird, a very weird scale, but I think they made her kind of, I don't know, like he just towered over like some kind of Sasquatch. Some kind of mystical godfather of revenge. I'm not sure why she even wanted to be. I guess she had I think she had hippie parents, and that's enough to drive anybody insane, so that's why she's like, yes, I want to be Robin, please. And then she helps them, you've seen this. You've probably seen the anime, and you've probably read the books. So, Her parents didn't die; they were just hippies, and that was enough to turn her to street vigilante activities. But I think this is cool. It's thick, and I had to repair it myself, and it was just like one of those things. I got it really cheap, and I was like, yeah, I can fix this. And I'm a huge Dark Knight fan, as you can tell. I mean, the majority of my crap I'm showing is Dark Knight. I just dig it. It's a fun book. It's part of my childhood, so I like it. This is very fragile. It's just, I don't know what that is. I guess it's sculpted. But the paint's horrible. The paint is trash. But I like the way it looks. This is very old, 1996. Man. But I've had this a few years, so they're roughly in the same scale. So, again, you can still pick this up. You can pick up a black version. I think it ships more safely. It's 2 pieces, I believe. I think it's only 2 pieces. And I think everything else is, besides the paint and the fact that it comes in 2 pieces, I think it's virtually the same sculpt. Everything's kosher. Everything's cool with it. Cool as cucumbers. So, I guess the point of this whole video is DC Collectibles has some fine ponies. So there's that Wonder Woman pony, and there's this. And who knows who else they're going to slap on a pony. Maybe put Aquaman on like a seahorse or something cool like that. So, thanks for sticking around. This has been Centauri Stir Fry. Welcome back. Subscribe, poop post, comment. Just if you have anything to add that I missed or that I got wrong, please feel free to do so. And, alright, thanks. Remember, Magneto was right. See you next time.